Since that time, the credibility of the Justice Department among the American people, but also very importantly in courtrooms throughout the country, has increased dramatically.
Finally, I have an outstanding request related to investigation, Fast and Furious, including one that will be outstanding for a year, March 9th.
I'm glad at least to see it was provided to Senator Feinstein's Intelligence Committee.
In light of the March 4th, 2013 letter to Senator Rand Paul, where the Attorney General argued that the President could authorize the military to use lethal force on a U.S. citizen on U.S. soil in an effort to protect the U.S. from catastrophic attack, it is imperative that we understand the operational boundaries for use of such force. American citizens have a right to understand when their life can be taken by their government absent due process.
In your letter to Senator Paul sent earlier this week, you left open the possibility of using lethal force against American citizens in extraordinary circumstances on U.S. soil. You mentioned 9/11, Pearl Harbor, but you did not specifically mention armed drones. Can you agree there's no scenario would be appropriate to use an armed drone on U.S. soil to strike an American citizen?
Well, what I said in the letter was that the government has no intention to carry out any drone strikes in the United States. It's hard for me to imagine a situation in which that would occur. We have within the United States the ability to use our law enforcement capacity. And as I laid out in a speech that I gave at Northwestern University with regard to the use of these kinds of lethal forces, one of the critical things was that the possibility, the feasibility of capture was difficult in foreign lands, Afghanistan, Pakistan, other parts of the Middle East. That is not the same thing here in the United States, where the possibility of capture is obviously enhanced. And as a result, the use of drones is, from my perspective, something that is entirely hypothetical. And what I tried to say in the letter to Senator Paul was exactly that.
Would go a long ways towards complying with the President's original election promise to have the most transparent administration ever.
All actions, says historian Robert Dallek, undertaken by
unpopular presidents on edge about their capacity to lead, to invoke public support for whatever it is they think needs to be done.
Simply put, this is a leadership problem and one that needs to be fixed, and fixed quickly.